good, quick turnaround. That's good. That's good for sure. But all right, so welcome. Well, let's see. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, welcome to the stream. Welcome to another video. Today, we are going to talk about what Tesla and specifically, I guess, Elon should do to all the people that purchased a Tesla last year, or even maybe more specifically last quarter, or really just anybody that paid a higher price. With these most recent discounts that just came out, a lot of people feel slighted. I feel slighted even for them too. Like it's an injustice for sure. Like, and if it wouldn't be that bad if it was just like $1,000 to $2,000 or $3,000 discount, but to go $13,000 less on a Model Y long range and not do anything for the customers, I would lose buyer confidence. That's for sure. I'd be livid. That's the thing. So we're going to talk about what Tesla should do. I think there's a couple tweets and also maybe a surprise at the end because I'm starting a movement because I feel for you guys. So we'll talk about that. But usually I guess I roll my intro, but I won't do that. And so if you're new here, if you're just joining the stream, that's what we're going to talk about. And also, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price. And also really good financing. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. We make what, 2 to 3 videos a day now at this point regarding Tesla content. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description. You can support the channel, and actually Patreon members can actually schedule a call with me as a benefit to ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even getting good financing on a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you actually get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price. And on that guide, there's actually a credit union that still has to this day rates at 3%, which is absolutely insane financing for a Tesla. So let's just jump into it. So the third thing we're going to talk about, is what Tesla should do. So as you know, there's price adjustments have been crazy recently with all the Tesla vehicles. Model Y and the Model 3 specifically got probably adjusted the most, but the Model Y got dropped $13,000. If you bought a Tesla last year, you almost guaranteed, unless you had a price book order deposit before that, you probably paid a pretty high price. And I feel for you. But this is what I think Tesla should do. So this is shout out to actually someone commented on a video and kind of gave me this idea as well. And also there's like this movement I think that might be happening on Twitter. But shout out to Ross Gerber. He wrote this: Tesla should do a free 6-month trial for FSD owners. FSD for owners that bought a Tesla in Q4 2022. That would be helpful with optics, PR at Elon Musk. Also, full self-driving should be a subscription add-on for something like $250 a month. We need a higher adoption rate. I think full self-driving, it is $200 right now subscription, so maybe he doesn't have all the knowledge there. But I completely agree with this. Like right now, there is a huge portion of people, I think someone just came in the chat, it's like 400,000 owners that feel slighted with these price discounts, especially if you bought a Model Y long range, that's a huge $13,000 discount. So I agree with this. I think Tesla, it's software, right? So it doesn't seem like that it's not a hardware giving them, a cost or something like that. And so full self-driving, they could easily just give them, and I really think they should give it like a 1-year trial to everybody, and not just people that bought in Q4, but I think anybody that, I guess they could really track this. They could look and see anybody that paid the highest price, $65,990 or even $62,990. Right now I'm just looking at the Model Y, but it'd essentially be the same thing for Model 3. Anybody that paid those high prices, they could see and look into that. Everybody that paid those high prices, and they could give a 6-month to 1-year free full self-driving trial. And it kind of goes twofold, right? Like, yes, those people would feel, so like they got some value, they, got full self-driving and they could try it and all that stuff. And at the same time, it could raise adoption. Like there's going to be a portion of people that get that free trial for 6 months to a year, and they want to keep it because they see usefulness of it. And also full self-driving, is, leading edge, could be changing in the next year or two. So it could actually be really, really impactful. And I feel like the owners that get that will feel, that they get, got some value for paying more because they get, a subscription of some sort. So I really feel like Tesla should do that. I think that's more impactful, I would say, than there's been another cause of people or a lot of faction of people that want to give free supercharging or 10,000 supercharging. But I think full self-driving would be a cooler way to do it because it's the newest tech. Those people would feel feel like they're part of the club now, essentially, because there is like a full self-driving beta club. Like not everybody has full self-driving. They can show it off to their friends, and it's really just a talking point at the end of the day. Like if they, right now, of course, the people that got slighted are, bad mouthing Tesla left and right. But if they got full self-driving and they cool down, and 6 months later from now, they could be, a Tesla fan again, showing off to their friends. They got the full self-driving, can take them from A to B, city streets, highway streets, and all that stuff. So I really feel like that's what Tesla should do. And so that's why I've created a petition. I like my petitions. Our last petition was semi-successful because Tesla actually did it. So our last petition, if you don't remember, was, hey, Tesla, lower your prices to qualify for the Inflation Reduction Act, the $7,500 tax credit, down $55,000 for the Model 3 and the Model Y. And guess what? Tesla listened to us. So this 117 strong that did this, we made a change, or at least we can think we did, essentially. So that's why I've created this petition. And the petition is called Give Tesla Full Self-Driving to Tesla Buyers Who Bought in Q4 2022. And this is my pitch. Like, Tesla massively discounted all vehicles in January. Model Y long range was discounted $13,000. Tesla should give free full self-driving 1-year trial to all purchases in Q4 of 2022. And the date range I just put was, October through January 12th. And the reason is because this will raise adoption rate for full self-driving for Tesla and give value to owners that feel slighted due to recent price cuts. That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't even think about people who already purchased full self-driving. So then I guess you should get, would you like 10,000 supercharger miles? Do you feel like that's more value? So I put the petition in the chat. Feel free to sign it. I mean, I'm going to share it to Twitter as well, because I really feel like Tesla should do something. I mean, of course, hopefully they're thinking about what they should do to appease some of the customers, because it does suck. Like I completely agree. I would be really upset if they dropped the price on me, $13,000. And I actually did buy a Tesla pretty recently too, like maybe even last week, if you've been following the channel. And so, it did get me thinking just a little bit when they, dropped the price. So luckily I bought a used one. So, kind of a different aspect on that, but, definitely some pretty interesting stuff. So let me know what you guys think on that, on this, petition, or what do you think Tesla should do? Because there's really only two options, right? They can give full self-driving. I don't think they'll really give a credit. There's no way they'll do that. That would be a huge loss. But I mean, one thing is for sure, this question, or this style of question is 100% going to be brought up during their earnings call on January 25th, which is 11 days from now. And also they're going to get grilled, or Tesla's going to get grilled about, why they did the 7,500 and why they went so deep into discounting across the board for all these different vehicles. Because I still certainly think like they didn't necessarily have to go this crazy. They didn't have to drop the vehicles. They could have gone $3,000 to $4,000, or maybe $2,000 to $3,000 at a time. But I get it. They wanted to rip the Band-Aid off and just take it to the next level, and at the end of the day, this could just be temporary too. This just could be for January, February until March rolls around, and then we have a different ball game with either price decreases or price increases at that time and day. So let's jump into some of the comments and some of the questions. But this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel. And some of the benefits actually include scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, there's a benefit level where you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price. And right now on that guide, there's a financing partner or financing credit union that has interest rates as low as 3%, which is absolutely insane. And another benefit that I actually don't really talk about is all my Patreon members that DM me on Patreon. I actually respond to all of them. So it's like a different way of kind of help for people that don't want to schedule a call. They want to ask me a quick question. I respond to all DMs in the Patreon app 100% of the time. So thank you if you want to join that Patreon link down below in the description, but you don't have to do that. Just being here, watching, hitting the like button, subscribing goes a long way. So I definitely thank you for that. But let's jump into some of the comments and the questions. And I think I got one more video in the back queue, or one more topic, because I've been thinking about it a lot. And really the next topic is going to be like, what's the best deal right now, or what do you guys think is the best deal? But let's jump into some of the comments of the question. I see a bunch of you are chopping it away. Hit the like button. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I place, and some of you might think this is funny. So I think, well, before I get into the questions, oh, it's not there yet. It's, I made this a specialized link, and the link is change.org/Tesla refund. So if you think that's funny, then, go ahead and sign it. Oh, there we go. There we go. William, Ivan, thank you. Thank you. Let's see. How do I put this back? Tesla refund. I definitely agree with you. My friend got a Model 3 6 months ago, and he was very mad when I told him the Model Y long range at a cheaper price than the Model 3. Yeah, and it just it's not a good look, for sure. Of course, other manufacturers can't do crazy price changes like that, but yeah, it's not a good look, and it just does. People lose buyer confidence at the end of the day. Raymond, keep up the great.